All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? What do we got in here today? No intro today. No intro or anything. We're hopping right into it. We got work to do, guys. We got work to do. Let's see. We got Cannon Palms, B Boomer, Tatsumi, Jim, Charles, Kingston, Talix, Monty, Gickles, and Fiction. We got a member in the house. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Classic WoW this month. I'm excited, but we got a lot of work to do, guys. I don't know, anyone who's telling you that these last couple weeks are gonna be difficult. They're gonna be difficult in a sense, but man, there's a lot of stuff you can be doing. Not to say that you have to be doing this stuff. You know, if you just want to stop and smell the roses, smell each rose, and embrace the journey, then you know, more power to you. You know, but if you're trying to go hard, there's a lot of work you can be doing. So today I want to talk about a variety of things I have lined up to talk about. I just launch plans in general. I honestly need some of your guys' help. Like, this is like crowdsourcing to the chat, because there's some decisions that I still have to make that I'm not exactly sure the best line of play on. For example, like when we get to 60, we're really trying to kill rag as fast as possible, right? You know, Egregious is setting the bar at a one week rag kill. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put my best foot forward, right? But this is going to be an era with no mob tagging. Like, that in my mind was the main way you get everybody, enough people to 60 in time, is like all the hunters and the people that are going super hard. They hit 60 and they go back and mob tag. That's no longer a thing, really. You can still sort of mob tag, but you have to be within a few levels of them. So stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about with you guys. And let me see if is the audio okay? You can hear me okay? Music too loud? It shows my full name. Yeah, that's YouTube for you, my man. You can watch on Twitch, or yeah, you can watch on Twitch if you don't want to show your full name, man. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Everyone trickling. We're gonna let it fill a little bit before we get into the juicy deets. I missed you, Cargos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. I miss you guys too. I've been wanting to stream more, but I've been really cranking on these leveling guides, because time is of the essence, and once the game comes out, I'm not gonna have time to work on them at all. So I want to get them, as many as possible, hopefully all of them done before launch. Warlock one should be coming out in the next day or so. I'll show you guys a little teaser of the Warlock one too, and we can go through it. As I make these things, though, they end up being kind of more than a leveling guide, because I put the prebis in there. I start thinking about other things, of what professions to take, and planning it all out. So at least for my Warlock one, it's turned into this kind of living document that's going to be a plan for me that I can personally use moving forward. And that's one of the great things in life, guys. If you a well thought out plan that you execute really well it's one of the great joys of life when you can do that. Do a Druid one yet? I've been working on all of them. Yeah, I've been working on all of them, but the Warlock and Hunter one's coming out first, and the Mage just got 9700K RTX 2070. Hooked me up an OC to 5.0 beast. Damn, dude, that's awesome. You're gonna stream? You don't need all that for Classic, but if you're gonna stream, you could definitely make use of that for sure. For sure. Welcome everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So like I said, we have work to do. Classic's coming this month. It will be here so fast. Like, before you know it, we're gonna be a character. It's gonna feel like you just wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be a character name reservation, and then, man, it's seriously coming. Like this, I'm feeling the heat right now, guys. I'm feeling the heat. My man drinking Peroni. No, it's not a Peroni. This is actually my favorite beer. I know I've built a bit of a reputation drinking Coors Light, but my favorite beer I think I like to drink is Stella Artois. It's a Belgium beer. Shout out to Belgium. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, so people are trickling in here. Good to see you in here, Bunny. Bring on the classic knowledge. Hell yeah. That notification noise sounds too loud. Let me see if it's too loud for you guys, though. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Try and turn that down. Yo, stream not working on Twitch? Damn. You hate to see that. Apparently the stream's not working on Twitch. Just give me a minute. Question, when I hit 60, can I use different specs for PvP and PvE? Meaning I can switch between them, or does it cost too much money? That's another thing I want your help on, guys. I really need your help on that. What do you guys do as far as having to respec for raids and go then do PvP. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're structuring the raid so that we're gonna, all we have in phase 1 is MC and Onyxia, really, right? So you can structure all your raid days around a kind of stack them together, so then after raid is over you can go respec and then have a few days of solid PvP. But even still, the that's a lot of money, man. Respecting 50 gold a pop. Let me try and get Twitch working 1 second. What is going on with Twitch, fam? Might have to just restart the stream real quick. Let me just restart it real quick. Be back in 2 seconds. Am I back? Can you guys hear me? All right, sweet. All right, we back. Did that fix it? If not, then we're just gonna have to proceed on YouTube. It is what it is. All right, well, we're just on YouTube. It's not working. How's everyone doing today, guys? Everybody doing good? A lot of work to do. Let's get into it. So that's a good question you had. I think my strat is I'm probably just gonna respec and bite the bullet. I plan on farming Mardon a lot and doing princess runs, so I think it'll be okay. I think I'll have enough gold to do it. You know, 50 gold, that's about an hour of farming. A little bit less than an hour of farming. So I might just bite the bullet. But this is one thing for all my Warlock mains who have played Warlock before. This is something I'm really interested on. So what are the main Warlock specs, right, guys? People always say you should do SM Ruin or DS Ruin, right? What is the key word there on both specs? Ruin. Everybody says you got to get Ruin. So Ruin is the tier 4 talent, I think, in the destruction tree. It gives you 100% bonus crit to your Shadow Bolt, right? So that seems to be the big thing people want, and that's a big damage amplifier, right? But at the same time, you don't have a lot of crit early. You don't have a lot of crit, so I'm wondering how valuable that is phase 1. You know, no Dire Maul, we're just in phase 1. Maybe you could raid as, you know, SL Shadowburn. Maybe that's selfish, I don't know. But I will say, as a Warlock, I'm having some threat issues, guys. Like, I'm popping lips like they're Skittles, man. And thankfully we're on a PTR right now, so you can make an unlimited amount of them. But threat is a really big issue so far as a Warlock. This is my first time going through the motions as a Warlock, man, and you know, I'm having threat issues, so you can't go full Zug already. I'm kind of understanding that. So, you know, is there a diminishing return on just stacking as much damage as possible if you're having so much threat issues? I'm not sure. I kind of want to raid, if I could. I kind of want to go raid as Souling Shadowburn, because that's my preferred PvP spec, and I feel like I'm gonna chunk on the meters. I'm already doing a good job on the meters. I feel really confident in the class, but maybe that's a selfish look. I'm curious what people are thinking about that. So, holy crap, 3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? Yeah, man. Let me see. So 12, 19, 20. It's actually 3 weeks on the dot. 3 weeks from today, we're playing Classic. 3 weeks. It's gonna be for real, guys. We're gonna play with each other for real, for keeps. Every level you grind is potentially the last level you'll ever have to do on that class until the next servers come out. But that is crazy, man. That is crazy. You feeling good, my man? I'm feeling really good, Vasi. Good to see you in here, Vasi. Thank you for all the continued support. Man, that notification is just blasted my eardrums. So, yeah. That's one thing I'm playing around. If you've again, I'll restate the question. If there's any seasoned Warlocks in the chat who have played before, is Ruin absolutely essential in phase 1? Is it absolutely essential? I know as you get more and more crit, it's going to be more and more valuable. But here's another thing. If you're a Warlock and you're in your Prebis, you have so little HP, it's kind of sad. You're like 2,600 HP or 2,400 HP. It's you're really squishy. And I'm concerned for my safety out in the open world, I'm not going to lie. So you're going to have, you know, another set really to throw on. Ideally, that's what I'm going to opt for. I'm going to go and try and throw on pieces with Stam. And even when it comes to picking your Prebis sets, this is one thing I want to talk to you guys about. God, Twitch is seriously not working, man. What is going on with Twitch? You hate to see that. You hate to see that. You hate to see that. We are a YouTube only stream today, I guess. Yeah, is it that essential? I'm Prebis lock. HP pool made me cry every time I saw Hunter. I know, man. I know. Prebis, I'd say no. Ruin is fine, but after some T1, I'd say it'd be worth. No, Ruin is fine. Okay, thank you for your very valuable feedback, guys. That's what I'm saying. So I really want to get away with not putting Ruin on. And I could get Imp Blood Pact. You know, I'm still gonna have Demonic Sacrifice. That's the thing. When I'm playing as I'm not going Destro. You know, my ideal PvP spec that I enjoy playing the most is SL Shadowburn. So I'm still gonna have Demonic Sacrifice. I can you know, I can still sack my Succubus and get that 15%. I'm just gonna be not having those Ruin talents and stuff like that. But I'll still be going down in Destro enough to get the reduced Shadow Bolt cast, right? So it's really not the end of the world. I'm still gonna have Shadowburn, and this will make me tankier, give me a little bit more health. Another thing though, to talk about Prebis lists. So you've probably seen a bunch of Prebis lists thrown out for your class. Be skeptical of those, guys. Be skeptical of those pre-bis lists, because the pre-bis list is very subjective, or just bis lists in general. It's very subjective on playstyle, on what spec you are. There's a lot there that is subject to, you know, the author, right? So don't just take it all on face value. Don't take it all on face value, because I use some of these pre-bis lists and I see issues with them based on my own playstyle. Like I feel too light on stamina. It's even the same thing with leveling. Like if you don't have enough stamina comfortably, like make adjustments to it, man. And here's another thing that I think pre-bis lists, yo, listen up, guys. Here's another thing that I think pre-bis lists don't always factor in. One's in the chat if you agree with this. Here's another thing I think pre-bis lists don't always factor in that I think is very important, especially if you're trying to tempo out an early rag kill. It's the ease of getting the item, right? They're gonna put like the best item for phase 1, which makes sense because you're trying to, you know, make this pre-bis list and you're trying to put the best items in, right? So people can, you know, so they know but you can't put an item that's worse, and then people are like, dude, this item is not as good as this item. What are you doing? But oftentimes these pre-bis lists, they don't show. There's a balance between accessibility and strength, right? So what I'm doing right now, which I'll show you when I go over to my little Warlock guide in a minute here, is like I'm triaging the items that are easiest to get, right? So I'm going to try and pick up all those pre-bis items that you can get on the way while leveling, right? So Spirit of Aquamentus is the one thing that sticks out. Skull of Impending Doom, another thing that sticks out. And, you know, while I'm leveling up and be grinding Fellcloth, doing Timbermaw, trying to hit 2 birds with 1 stone, right? But all this stuff that you get while leveling Quest Rewards, I'm going to do that first, right? Then you get to 60, and you pretty much want to prioritize all the gear that's going to be easiest for you to get, right? That's not going to be a 10 to 20% chance drop, because that's like the standard. Stuff's like 10 to 20% drop. New member in the house. Welcome, K. Schultz. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you very much for joining, Mr. Schultz. I appreciate your support, my man. Dead DPS equals 0 DPS. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people just take the BIS list at face value, and I don't think you should do that. I think you should like think about it and think about finding a nice balance of the stats. And when you choose which items you want to get, think about how fast you could acquire everything too, right? Like, so for example, cape. Okay, let me just pull up the thing, man. Let me just pull up this thing. All right. Oh, whoops. Well, there you go. A little preview of that. Let me go down to the pre-bist. Where is it? One second. It's at the bottom here. God, it's a lot of slides. Jesus. All right, so pre-bist. Pre-bist. What am I looking at? Okay, cape. Here's an example. Here's an example of cape. All right. So pretty much you're going to see a lot of these pre-bist lists are going to say Archivist Cape is best in slot. All right, Archivist Cape is a 20% drop off of Archivist Galford in Stratholme. Stratholme, by the way, for Warlocks at least, is the most high impact dungeon you can do. Most high impact dungeon. I didn't know that until like organizing stuff in a certain way. And I encourage all of you guys to do the same thing because it's dope. It's a really good exercise to do. But we'll talk about that in a second. So Archivist Cape, you'll see a lot of these pre-bis lists. Archivist Cape, pre-bis. 20% drop of Archivist Galford, but it has RNG rolled stats, right? It has RNG rolled stats, and it's a 20% drop. And I don't know, man. I mean, you're going to be running Stratholme a lot, so maybe it's going to drop for you. But the chances of it rolling the perfect stuff, too, I don't know. I would much rather get this cloak. This is just a very slept-on cloak. I never saw this on any previous list. Deep Woodlands cloak. This is a cloak that you get guaranteed quest reward. Guaranteed quest reward from Hinterlands. So this is the Jinta Allure quest where you go there, you kill those elite guys in Hinterlands in the troll city. And I would much rather get this. Now it may be worse than Archivist Cape. It may be worse than Spritecaster Cape, but just think about how accessible that item is, man. Like, it's orders of magnitude more accessible. You knock this thing out with just a quick little group out in the open world. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done with your cloak for a little bit. You get something that's a pretty good option. Also, fuck it, man. I'm going to sacrifice some damage for stamina, because if I'm dead, you know, what's the point? And in vanilla, one of the beautiful things about vanilla is you can't have your cake and eat it too a lot of the time, right? So you can't always have this robust wardrobe of PvE gear and PvP gear, and you're gonna have to have this quality of life when you move outside of those raids and those dungeons. So I'm factoring that stuff in too. I'm factoring the idea that I have, you know, I'm putting in X amount of hours and I want to get maximum impact for my amount of hours in. And I love these quest rewards, guys. Quest rewards are the shiznit, dude. So there's a bunch of these like that I have here. I pretty much have the whole Prebis laid out, but there's still items that I'm finding too. So if you guys, yeah, a priest can use that cloak. Yep. Yeah, a priest can use that cloak. This is from that where is it? Cloak is, so that Deep Woodlands cloak is all the way on the right by the coast, I think, of Hinterlands. You know, they have that village out there on the dock. That's where you get it. What's up, Cars? How's it going, man? Great to see you live. Hell yeah, good to be here, guys. We're pounding some Stellas, talking Classic WoW with the boys. It's going to be here before. There's a lot of work to be done, guys. I highly encourage all you guys to make a little PowerPoint thing and lay it all out day by day, because it's overwhelming. There's so much stuff you got to do in vanilla WoW. It can be overwhelming at times, knowing what to do first, the order of operations. A lot of times you just go with your gut and you roll. And that's been me 9 times out of 10. I'm not like some super premeditated guy. This is one of the first times I'm really taking the time out to plan it out, because we have the time right now. We have the time to plan out our days and to execute properly. And you set a goal and you execute on your plan and you reach that goal. So yeah, that the cape is another example. Let me see if I can find another example. Man, okay, here's another good thing too. So I have all the Prebis listed out for myself and my personal tastes, my personal sensibilities and playstyle and spec and all that, right? You should always have secondary and tertiary options as far as Prebis stuff that you want to get, and make sure it's not any of the Dire Maul stuff, because that stuff's not going to be out. But one thing that I've been doing too is, after I list out all the Prebis, what I've been doing is I section all the dungeons. I section all the dungeons out. So it's one thing to have everything in a Prebis list, but then someone's like, "Yo, we're looking for one more for Stratholme. You down?" And you in your mind, you're like, "Oh, I don't know exactly what I need. I could go slide by slide and look through this and try and figure out what I need from Stratholme." But another format of displaying your Prebis is doing it by dungeon. So this is one thing that I've done, and you don't have to make it all like, you know, production value and all this. But I took all those items from the Prebis list that I want, and I broke it down for Stratholme, like the stuff that I need from Stratholme. So you probably didn't know this. Probably nobody in the chat knew about this, that there's 10 items you need from Stratholme. Holy moly, dude. 10 items? 10 items that you need from Stratholme. How crazy is that? I thought it was going to be Scholomance, to be honest. I thought Scholomance was going to be the most... I thought that was going to be that you need the most stuff from there. But look at this. You need Crimson Felt Hat, Anastari Heirloom, Diana's Pearl Necklace, Star of Mystaria. I mean, these are both necks, but you get two options of that. Archivist Cape, Thuzedan Mantle, all this. And some of these Prebis lists too, guys, they're just straight up missing items. I mean, it's hard to know about all the items in the game, but be skeptical of every Prebis list that you have, because there's some stuff that you're just going to be like, why isn't that on there? And then you're going to check and be like, I have no idea why they didn't include that. Like, for example, some of the ones I've been looking at, they had Thuzedan Sash on here, which was this right here, this belt, but they didn't have Thuzedan Mantle. and I was like, what? They only have 2 options for the shoulder. So yeah, put Thuzenin Mental. Unless I'm missing something, Thuzenin Mental is a good option as well. Deep Woodlands Cloak is phase 3? Is it? Deep Woodlands Cloak is phase 3. Dude, let me look that up right now. That's there's a good site too if you want to figure out when stuff comes out. I think it's called WoW Gamepedia. WoW Gamepedia. Let me look it up. Thank you very much if that's true. That's really, really good to know. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. Deep Woodlands Cloak. Added patch 1.5. Added patch 1.5, which is this is the Battlegrounds patch. Huh. Yo, you might be right though. Yeah, I think it's phase 3. Good to know. See, the chat knows best. I gotta make a note of this. Thank you very much, man. What was your name? Big shout out to you, dude. Gotti Nostra. Thank you, man. That's what I'm saying. Some of the stuff is wrong out there, guys. You gotta go do. You gotta do your own research. Well, the WoW Classic beta had the Jinta lore quest hub, so hard to say since they limited beta to 40. So pretty much, yeah, it's possible. If they have that stuff in there, just check it out, right, and see if that stuff is there. All quests are going to be in though, so it will be phase 1. See, Lee, I don't know, man. I really don't know. They did say though, Blizzard did say that if stuff comes later, they were gonna add it, but right? Are they gonna add a bunch of quests during the BG patch? I don't know. Maybe they won't. What do you guys think? Let's do a vote in the chat. We have like this hive mind going. We can talk and get multiple. It's kind of amazing, actually, this whole live streaming thing. That we can get this much quality feedback all at the same time. Do you think all the quests will be in the game? Like even stuff like Thorium Point and stuff like that. All those quests, are they going to be in on phase 1? Should probably just drop all, but everybody can just type in there if you guys don't mind. Subcargos, how's it going? Doing really good. I'm just leveraging the Hive Mind collective of live stream chat to make better decisions. No, not all quests. I'm thinking not. Most people are thinking no. Okay. So I will move forward from this, thinking that Deep Woodlands Cloak will probably be in phase 3, but I'm still probably gonna double check. All right, still gonna probably double check. Yo, someone subscribed on Twitch too. Oh man, dude, Twitch is so scuffed right now. Let me see what's going on here. Getting the network error. Sorry about that, everyone watching on Twitch. Thank you very much for the subscription. Let me see if I can pull it up. Give me a second, boys. Give me a second.
Beyond the gates of mighty kingdoms lies a vast, unexplored world. A world of honor. A world of mystery. Danger.